Allen Iverson, a 6-foot shooting guard from the Philadelphia 76ers. Codenamed The Answer, well known for his infamous crossover and iconic handles. This video is a handful, so make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to see videos like the one you're about to see next. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. It's me, it's the real ZJE313, and I'm back once again with another NBA 2K25 video. Now, I will say this, yes, it took me a little minute to go ahead and even get one video out, because I had hit a point on this game when Season 2 had started that I wasn't even trying to play it too much. I really wasn't. Like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't shoot. I couldn't dribble. There was nothing that I was able to do the proper way that made me want to play this game. Day and day and day, like, well, day after day, but still. But now I'm ready to go ahead and make my return back into this game, so I'd rather do that by releasing my newest build that I ended up making. I call it the meta build. It is my two-way perimeter shot creator, and this build right here, I ain't gonna lie, I mess with it. The two-way part, you definitely do every single thing that you could imagine. I mean, you could play defense, you could get on-ball steals, you can get the interception steals, you could still dunk, you could still lay the ball up at a pretty decent rate. I'd use real player percentage, but you can still do everything you may need to. Even though we end up having a little 3 on this build, you will still be able to fade. You can still hit contested threes, contested middies. You know, it doesn't matter what you are trying to do, you can do every single thing. The only thing is that the build is just small. But even though we are a 6'2 guard, we still do have a 70 interior as well as a 97 perimeter defense. But let's go ahead and break this down, starting with the finishing, then getting into the shooting, and then going into the playmaking as well as the all-around defensive and rebounding. And then we will get last our physicals. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. So first things first, the close shot on this build, it is going to be an 81. You can do floaters on this build. If you want to time it, then that's completely up to you. Like I said, I use real player percentage. Sometimes I do floaters. Yeah, they work. Yeah, they don't. It's kind of a 50-50 like thing that you kind of get into with, you know, using real player on floaters. But going still staying on layups, the topic of layups, I do have a 73 layup. I don't believe I get any type of layup packages in general, but a 73 is perfectly fine in my opinion. Now, moving on to the drive and dunk, we do end up getting a 75 drive and dunk on this build. Now, for people who like to do meter dunks, meter contact dunks, just like myself, I personally don't have no problem doing that this year. It's perfectly fine to me, in my opinion. But as far as this build goes, I wasn't too much worried about doing meter dunks because that's not where it gets overpowered at all. We are going to talk about what's overpowered on this build. Very, very overpowered. Last thing, we have a standing dunk at 25 and our post control at, I want to say, like 29, 28, something like that. But let's get into what is really, really overpowered about this build. Okay, now the part that I was waiting to talk about, the most overpowered part of this build, with us being a 6'2", the 99 mid-range. Now, I've never maxed out a complete attribute before at all, so this is my first time ever doing this. But might I say, on 2K25, NBA 2K25, this is probably something that is game breaking. But here's why. I get Hall of Fame mini marksman, Hall of Fame, well, no, not Hall of Fame, I get legend mini marksman, legend Deadeye, legend set shot specialist, and just a bunch of legend badges for shooting, strictly off of just the mid-range. Now, I will also say this, mid-range is a lot less expensive than a three-pointer, and I shoot with the rhythm shooting, the right stick, I shoot with that, and it's completely better. As long as you have the right jumper that you are comfortable with, as long as you practice the right jumper, you can hit very consistent, no matter if it's with square, no matter if it's with the right stick, it doesn't matter. You can still shoot properly with a 99 mid-range, no matter if you're fading left, fading right, fading forward, fading back, it doesn't matter. Around the mid-range, you are fine. And with the 83 three-point shot, you are perfectly fine. Fading from the three, fading left from the three, right from the three, the corner, the wing, left wing, right wing, top of the key, it doesn't matter. The options are just completely limitless whenever you are using this build. Now, I also do end up having a 74 free throw. Yes, I do end up playing rec, but the only reason that the free throw is that high is because, like, that's the highest that, no, that's the lowest that it was able to go. I personally don't go free throw because I don't always play in the rec, but I'm fine with the way that I end up shooting my free throws. Like, I know how to time it, point blank period. But moving on to the playmaking here. Now, our pass accuracy, we do have a 64. Currently, you'll see it's at a 58. I have my build like currently at a 98 overall, but it's perfectly fine for me. And in addition to that pass accuracy, we do end up having an 88 ball handle. Now, as you can see on here, I did end up using 2 of the 5 of my cap breakers, because I mean currently I'm starter 4, but when I hit starter 3, I ended up putting those, like, the first 3 on my 96 mid-range to make it a 99, and with this 88 ball handle, that turns it into 98. But currently I did just hit 40, so hitting 40 in season 2, you end up getting another additional cap breaker. Not sure if we're gonna get any more from now on, but with that additional cap breaker, I did put that to my ball handle to make it a 91 ball handle. Now, hopefully we do end up getting more cap breakers, because if we get seasonal cap breakers, then I'll just continuously put this onto my ball handle. Hopefully I can up it all the way to 95 to get the Steve Francis signature styles or signature size ups. But currently we're only at a 91, and I think I don't really get too much, but I'll look into it later. But basically, yes, a 91 ball handle instead of that 88. If you put 3 of your cap breakers on there, like I said, you will get 91 from that 88. The speed with ball, we end up having an 86 speed with ball. That ends up giving us, I want to say, lightning launch on gold. So we are still pretty fast. Even though it's an 88 ball handle, 86 speed with ball, we are very, very fast. Especially if you have the proper dribble style, the signature size ups, all of those things, you will be very, very fast. In addition to that, if you end up putting your max plus 1 on that as well, you will still end up being very, very, very fast. On top of all of the quickness that we get from our playmaking attributes, that leads directly into the defensive attributes. Now, like I was saying earlier in the intro, we do end up getting a 70 interior defense, and that's going to help under the paint. Not all of the time you're going to be able to stop, but a large majority of the time you are able to get stops at the paint. The 59 block, yeah, I'll say on this build, yeah, occasionally I will get blocked. You just have to be in the proper position in order to get those blocks. But the main thing that we're worried about is this 97 perimeter defense and this 96 steal. Now, I do end up getting, I want to say this is Hall of Fame on ball menace, which very good badge, very useful badge as well. And with the 96 steal, you do end up getting Hall of Fame only at the moment. Hall of Fame glove and interceptor. Steals are still kind of broken in a sense, but it all works out. In my personal opinion, it all works out. I like it. And then if you want to max plus 1 your on ball minutes or your glove or interceptor, you can go ahead and do that. Perfectly fine. Moving on into the rebounding. Now, as far as the rebound, this is a 6'2". So with this being a 6'2", we don't really have to rebound too much. But with our rebounding being on like a 60 for our defensive rebound and 25 for our offensive, we do end up getting a bronze rebound chaser, and you can max plus 1 this to silver. It's completely optional. You don't really have to, but it's just something to go ahead and do if you feel like you can just go ahead and get the rebound right then and there. Perfectly fine. It doesn't really even matter, but it depends on how you go about making the build, doing the build. You could always go ahead and readjust it in whatever ways that you would like to. This is just how I made my build for me for when I play. Occasionally with my teams, I end up getting a rebound, but like I said, with this being a 6-2, you're not going to get too many, but you can still end up winning certain battles with certain people. Moving on into the physicals, yes, we do end up getting a 86 speed, which is still pretty fast, a 87 agility, which is still very fast on defense, and we end up maxing out our strength at a 57. Not too strong, but it's still going to end up helping us as much as we need to on defense. Trust me, I know. In this 56 vertical, we don't need to be jumping too high because it's not like we're trying to get contact dunks, because we cannot get those, but it's perfectly fine. But once you end up making this build, if you make it exactly how it is with everything that is currently set at the max before the cap breakers, you will end up getting a two-way perimeter shot creator. Now, the first video that I will be releasing off of this will be Allen Iverson. I do have other people on the way. Who those are, I'm not going to like just mention just yet, because I got a lot of stuff that I'm actually trying to get back to making, because the game is still repetitive, but it's starting to entertain me a lot more than what it was in the beginning of season 2. Like I said, I just ended up hitting 40, so apparently I ended up getting a lot more entertained within this season, because after they fixed a few things and hitting 40 once they ended up fixing a few things. But that's about it. Like I said, the two-way perimeter shot creator, it's a pretty well-rounded build. You know, the mid-range very, very high, but very, very useful for all around inside and outside shooting. It doesn't matter, however you want it. It's really just for comp. That's about it. And it really does help going against comp guards. Like, no BS. Like, it's really a lot of help. Just play them on their side. Each side, they go left, they go right. Go ahead, play them, get a bump steal. Bump steals are broken. Like, but you know, it happens. But like I said, I hope y'all like this build, because it was something I was working on for a little minute. But I hope y'all like this build. I hope y'all like this video. If y'all want to see more build videos like this, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on all post notifications so you can be the first to see each and every single one of these build videos and any type of videos that I end up posting. I'm a lot more consistent on Call of Duty than I am on 2K. So if you like Call of Duty, go ahead, subscribe, turn on all post notifications to be the first to see each and every single one of these upcoming videos. Other than that, I'm just about done. So I will go ahead and catch y'all in the next one, and hope y'all enjoy it. She can have it away,